Zero build wins isn't about landing hot drops and praying. They're about controlling fights before you even see the enemy. In this video, I will show you exact rotation and decision rules I use to win more zero build matches. By the end of this, you will know how to choose a landing spot, how to rotate without giving away your position, how to take fights properly, and how to survive endgame. Let's get started. Tip number 5, choosing the right drop. Don't always just drop in a hotspot. Always ask yourself two questions. Will I be able to get the loot that I need from this location to win the match? And do I have an escape route if just in case things go south? This is why I like landing on this big rock right here. First of all, I have the high ground advantage already. Plus, I'm able to scout out the area, and there is a launch pad right behind me. Just in case if I get in trouble, I can use the launch pad to escape. Now I'm going to demonstrate right here the reason why landing on this high ground is such so important. Now this is a bot, but just in case if this was a real player, I am already in a position where I can pick the fight and I can choose to engage. If I don't need to engage, I have an escape route where I can rotate to a safer spot to loot. When you drop, you should not be focusing on engaging fire. You should be prioritizing getting guns first. Second is at least getting full health and then engaging in a fight. It's very important that you have those things fully equipped before you start looking out for some actions, because in zero build third parties happen a lot. So you need to be ready to engage, and to be ready to escape and be in full health to encounter third parties. Now after you loot this spot right here, you can go back up to the rock and then move to this location for even more loot. Tip number 4, choosing a proper loadout. Don't just choose the best gun. You need to choose the gun that helps you make the best decision. First weapon needs to be Tip number 4, choosing the right loadout. Your goal isn't just picking the best guns, it's making the best decisions. You need a weapon for close and medium range as your first choice. For that, I recommend the Ranger pistol. It has absolutely no bloom and it can destroy players with the ease. For your second slot, you need a shotgun. Now for a shotgun, there are many options this season that are great. One is Ranger, which is really OP, but I recommend only using the Ranger shotgun if you have a good aim. If you do not have a solid aim, you can either opt out to use the Maven shotgun or the extended 3-barrel shotgun. Either of them are a good choice. They are more forgiving rather than the Ranger shotgun. And for your third item, this is where the new meta comes in. You need the shock rocks. Shock rocks are really OP, and this is one of the other reason I land by this location, the big rocks, because I can easily go to the center point right here and it guarantees you the shock rocks. Not many people know about this and they don't use this location to come and collect rocks. The fact that you can have 6 rocks in your inventory is really OP, and you can just engage and disengage with this item easily. It is the best mobility item in the game, and if you are not using it, you are losing your battles every single time. For heals, if you find the little whipped cream, you need the ice cream, you need to carry that, as it can instantly give you full health in a fight in 5 seconds. So carry that. If you can't find that, having a chug jug is another option, and you can buy chug jugs at any vending location. Use that. You figure out where all the vending machines are, and make sure before you go into end game that you have a chug jug with you for healing. And for the 5th item, you need the hunting rifle this season. Being able to one shot opponent or put at least good damage on them before you even engage in a fight is a big plus. I'm going to demonstrate why shock rocks are so important. As you just saw, how I used the shock rock to engage on this guy, and he had no idea where I came from. Unfortunately, he also had shock rocks, and you can see how he was able to get away from me in 1 second. That's why you need to be, carrying shock rocks, and the fact that you don't have to equip it to use it, it's really good. As you will see over here, I have it equipped. I use the ice cream cone to get my health up, and it's really good to use that cover this season, guys. You gotta use the right hand peek. This guy right here, I was able to stay patient, force him to push me, and as you can see, I totally destroyed him. Even though he had the early advantage, he put the damage on me, but because I was able to stay in cover, use the right hand peek, I totally destroyed this guy. Here's another example of how to use shock rocks. You just want to get on the air, use your pistol to put damage on them, and then use your shotgun to finish them off. As you saw, my aim isn't cracked, but because shock rocks make no noise, you catch your opponent off guard and you pick them off before they can react. Tip number 3, rotate like you're trying to avoid third parties. Most players rotate, good players stage. Stage means you're moving in steps. Step number 1, get to cover to improve your angle. Step number 2, wait for sounds for engagement. Step number 3, identify your target before engaging. The decision rule is don't chase damage, chase position. As long as you hold good position, you will get the kill and you will come on top. For example, I got this kill right here, and as soon as I saw the footstep, I moved back to the high ground, hold the position, and I'm able to get the second kill as well. So always go for the high ground and always go for position. It will help you win fights and keep you alive. 99% of the players die during mid-match is because as soon as they get a kill, they give up their position. Position is the key. As long as you hold a good position and good angle, you will come out on top. Always go for better position, not for kills. I'm going to show you another method of rotating over here. The zone is closing, and as you can see, I marked the next high ground where I will have an advantage, and my task is to simply get to it as fast as possible. I'm not looking to engage, I'm not looking to put any damage. Just get to the next position, get to the height, and then look out for potential enemies nearby. As I demonstrate here, I hear sound of gunfire, and my first thing is get to high ground. That way I have the better angle, I have better positioning, and then engage. Tip number 2, win fights by controlling the first 5 seconds. Every fight has a micro phase. The moment you're not fully committed yet, your job in those 5 seconds is ask these 3 questions. Are you gonna take the fight, or are you gonna force your opponent to take the fight? Can you shoot from cover without taking any damage? Can you disengage safely? Only when you can answer those 3 questions should you take the fight. The best strategy in Zero Build isn't to aggressively push. It's to peek, put damage, reposition. Don't stand still and try to empty out a clip on an opponent. Don't chase, like we said, don't chase kills, chase positions, as we previously discussed in our last hit. As long as you hold good positions, you will get the kill. It's important that you play for the long term, not for that one kill. And if you don't have a line of sight or advantage, don't push, reposition. For example, here, this guy got away, but I saw another guy rotating in, and instead of pushing him, I'm holding my position and I'm letting this guy engage at me. I have good cover, I have the high ground, and I'm easily able to take him out. He does put damage on me, but because I had that good positioning, I was able to come out on top. You don't have to be a good player, you just have to be a smart player. And as long as you play smart, you will come out on top. It's important, like I said, play position, play cover. Zero Build is all about playing safe, especially because of the third parties. You don't know where and when the third party is going to come. So if you have an escape route, it allows you to disengage, reposition easily. That is a key to help you win. You have to be able to disengage. In a zero build, you're gonna be caught off guard a lot, and if you cannot, you know, learn to disengage and learn to reposition, that is the key. That's one reason why a lot of people die and lose their, you know, sprites and their crowns and stuff, and then they complain that, oh, why do I keep dying? This is the key. Position, position, position. Tip number 1, end game checklist. This is the real condition. This is what makes or breaks a good player. This is the reason I made this video and what helped me survive. This made me win or lose matches. And I'm telling you, if you're gonna take any of the tip, this is a tip. When it comes to end game, it's all about information and angle. Zone is small, so you need to understand where all the players are located before trying to engage. Don't just engage randomly. If you do not have location of everybody, try to avoid fights. Just go through this checklist. Do I have high ground? And do I have cover on that high ground? Do you know the escape route to break, you know, third parties or disengage? Do you have a plan to shift into the next zone safely from that side? And do you have at least one mobility? If you have those things in your checklist and you follow this guide and only engage when you have a position and location of all enemies, it will greatly increase your chances of winning. Or for example, here we are in top 5 situation. Now people are fighting over here. A lot of people will start pushing in for that third party, but I am waiting. I see those potential players over there. I see 2 on the left side here. Now my target is to focus on these 2 left over here, because I can use the cover and I can try to eliminate them and pick them off. Now notice I didn't go for the guy in the car because I know he's probably damaged and he's trying to run away. I focused on the guy who's hiding in the zone, who's playing position. And then notice I'm hiding behind the rock. I'm not pushing up close to him. I'm keeping my safe distance, and as soon as I get the kill and I'm trying to loot up, I move into cover and I'm, you know, try to locate the next guy and enemy, try to get the position. Now we're down to 1v1, and it's important to understand the weapon system as well. Notice how I saw the flare and I just used the flare instantly to mark the player, and because I have the good cover, this guy isn't open. No, as you notice, my aim sucks. I can't shoot for shit sometimes, and it happens. You, like I said, you don't have to be cracked. You just have to be smart, and as long as you follow these tips, it will put you in a position where you can beat the players with good aims and good, you know, cracked skills. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something new today.